I'd like to call the August 9th, 2021 Village Board meeting to order. We have some special guests here from Boy Scout Troop 149. Would you please stand and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Troop number 149. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, before we begin tonight's meeting, Chief Shaughnessy, our former chief, I should say, Kevin Shaughnessy. Kevin, why don't you join with us and for a moment of silence, why don't you comment on the moment of silence? I know it's pretty close to your family, being that your family was very close and served in the Chicago Police Department. Officer Ella French and her partner, who is in critical condition. Do you want to share your thoughts on that, please?
Thank you, Mayor. Just real quick, this is a very difficult time for police in America. And as police officers, we all feel right now that we're taking the brunt of whatever the social atmosphere might be negative towards the police. The most tragic thing that can occur is when a police officer loses his life in the line of duty. Ella French was a 29-year-old, 3-year veteran of the Chicago Police Department. She lost her life tragically, along with her partner, who was gravely injured, and just something that I think all of us had hoped could be avoided, but it's a tragedy, and I asked the mayor for a moment of silence for her family, the family of the officer who's in the hospital, and all the police officers who risk their life on a daily basis, something that we all take for granted. But this is the time where it strikes a chord, and I thank you, Mayor.
Thanks, Kevin. And please join us in a moment of silence, please. Okay, all right. To start with, roll call, please.
This evening, we'll be starting with Trustee Stapleton.
Here.
Kittredge. Here. Maher.
Here.
McClafferty.
Here.
Shaughnessy.
Here.
Snagowski.
Here.
Thanks, Charlene. Next up, consent agenda, which consists of the approval of minutes for the July 12th Village Board meeting, as well as the July 19th Committee of Whole meeting, as well as the July 26th Village Board meeting, and also the approval of disbursements. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Trustee Snagowski, seconded by Trustee Shaughnessy, to approve the items on the consent agenda. Any questions or comments regarding the consent agenda? Okay, roll call, please.
Stapleton.
Here.
Kittredge.
Yes.
Maher.
Yes.
McClafferty.
Yes.
Shaughnessy.
Yes.
Snagowski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved. Next up, we have the mayor's mention. First off, let's start with Ralph. Let's talk about that well. Where are we at on well 6, Ralph?
It's getting old. I agree with everyone. I understand how rough this can be. So I had a meeting this morning with all the players involved. ComEd was there, Alan Bradley, Lane Western, village staff, Greco. So we're trying to diagnose and troubleshoot what's wrong with the starting system of the well. There's 4 main components of this system. There's the ComEd transformer, the village transformer, the Allen Bradley starter, and I know I'm probably talking way out of bounds here, but I don't understand it either, to some extent. But I have the best in the business out there doing it, I believe, and hopefully we're going to come to a solution by the end of the week. We're going to do some testing on Wednesday to see if it's the starting system or a transformer or improper voltage. I heard dirty power today as a definition of power, meaning that it's a varying rate that's given to the building. So we're going to do some testing on Wednesday, hopefully come to a solution by the end of the week and get that well up and running.
Thanks, Ralph. And just to summarize, Ralph, so at the beginning, the motor engine conked out, correct? And
Correct.
we had to have that fixed, and in the meantime, we found out that the shaft, which is upwards of 1,000 to 1,500 feet
Yes.
deep and 25-foot or 50-foot segments or thereabouts.
The pipe, yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
there was
pi-
bad pipe, there was some seals, bearings, there was the bowl assembly that had holes, there was the suction adapter that needed a piece, there was the cap that came off the motor, and the motor was a dead fault in the hole. So there was issues with the well and everything in it. So we pulled it, repaired it, that's what took the 2 months. We went to go fire it up last week, and now it's an electrical issue that we're facing. And to tell you the truth, I couldn't tell you if the electrical issue is the main cause of some of these issues that were in the hole. So it's a daily battle trying to figure out what's going on here, but we will get to it, and hopefully by the end of this week, and we'll have that well up and running. And I don't want to give a date, sorry, but I hope to get it by the end of the week.
Got it. So all the hardware's been fixed. The motor is sufficient to run. It just needs power, correct?
Correct.
Got it.
Hopefully. Sorry.
Any other questions or comments for Ralph?
I got two. You said there were four things, Ralph, two transformers, the starter, and what was the fourth?
The motor.
The motor itself? Okay.
Yep, the motor.
And that was, you had said before we went in the hole there, we had that thing megged, so you tested the motor.
And they megged it while it was in the hole, so they said it was good enough to run. And like I said, we're getting low voltage readings coming into the ComEd transformer and high voltage readings coming out of our starting system, which makes no sense to me. But that's what's happening, and hopefully they'll get to it.
Thanks.
Thanks, Ralph. Appreciate it.
Yep,
Good luck, buddy.
thanks.
Okay, next up, a couple of announcements. The Lamont Area Historical Society is hosting a Lamont Quarries and I&M Canal guided walking tour this Saturday, August 14th from 10 to 11:30 a.m. with paid admission, with a paid admission, I should say. Please visit their Facebook page or call 630-257-2972 for more information. Also, the Lamont Legion Cruise Nights, hosted by the Heritage Corridor Business Alliance, continues through the end of August on each Wednesday in the downtown area. Please come out, join us. We've had some great crowds. The weather's been hanging in there for the most part. Usually every year it rains on a Wednesday and it gets, at least half of them get canceled, but it's been great to see everyone out. So please join us, continue to join us. Also, in addition, on Thursday nights, the Lamont Park District will hold their rescheduled sunset soirees on September 2nd as well as September 9th. They had two canceled due to weather. So we will make those up, and those have been widely attended as well. Great to see everyone out. Great to see our downtown busy and the businesses full. Please visit lamontparkdistrict.org for additional information regarding the soirees. In addition, the Forge, our adventure park, is having a free first annual art walk on Sunday, August 22nd from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. This includes various artists throughout the grounds with dancers, singers, painters, actors, and more. So please check that out. Again, that's August 22nd, 10 to 4 p.m. Please visit forgeparks.com for more information. The 69th Lamont Keep It Parade will be held Sunday, September 5th at 2 p.m. This will be covering through Maine and Illinois streets. If you want to volunteer to help, to participate in the parade or be a sponsor, please visit their website, keepitparade.com. Again, put that on your calendar. That's always a great event. In addition, you can always check out our community calendar on the front page of our website at lamontil.us for the many events going on and around our town. So please check that out. Okay, that's it for Mayor's mention. Next up, the clerk's report, please.
Thank you. The first resolution, if passed this evening, would be R-47-21. And this is approving a lease agreement between the Metropolitan Water Reclamation District of Greater Chicago and the Village of Lamont, Illinois.
Okay, need a motion, please.
So moved.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee McClafferty, seconded by trustee Snagowski. George, you want to take this?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'll give a brief overview. The village has had a long history of partnering with the Water Reclamation District on leasing district-owned land for recreational purposes. We have about 100 acres out in the quarry area, the Heritage Quarry Recreation Area that we've leased for years. And then recently, co-leasing properties at the Safety Village site and also the future downtown linear park, or we like to refer to it as the Tri-Central site. This is a new opportunity. The board asked about 2 years ago to investigate if there's any other pieces of land that's available for lease. Attractive part of leasing land with the district is that if you meet all the requirements, typically you'll get it for nominal $10 a year rate, as long as it's being used for recreational purposes and they don't have an immediate need to lease it for market rate themselves. So there's about 2 channel atlas parcels that we talked about at the committee the whole last week, 2001 and 2101, out west of I-355. This is for future recreation. We hope to partner with other agencies on creating a trail loop. That's something to connect to the Centennial Trail one day. This is a little bit longer range planning, but good to secure the land as we move forward. MWRD itself has already executed it on their end, or authorized execution, I should say. So once the board approves it here tonight, if you do, I will execute with staff at MWRD, and we'll move forward on planning for that site. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thanks, George.
Yep.
And again, Metropolitan Water Reclamation District, that's led by an elected board. It's on our tax bill, and we want to reach out to them. They've been a very good partner. We have quite a bit of MWRD land in our area, especially around our waterways. Again, this will be a great future potential recreation type of site. And as George mentioned, it's always good to, to ensure and lock up that land for village purposes and recreation purposes. Any other questions or comments regarding this? Okay, roll call, please.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Kittredge?
Yes.
Maher?
Yes.
McClafferty?
Yes.
Snagowski?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I skipped Kevin Shaughnessy.
Shaughnessy.
Thank you. Okay, and we're good.
All right, motion approved. Thanks for that tie-breaking vote there, Kevin.
Right. Most important one there. Okay, the next resolution, if passed this evening, would be R-48-21, and this is approving an agreement between the Department of the Army and the Village of Lamont, Illinois, for the development of a comprehensive plan.
Okay, need a motion to approve, please.
So move.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Maher. George, are you taking this as well?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The village has been successful recently in partnering with the Army Corps, the federal government, on a couple different infrastructure projects. We are concluding a water main improvement out to Walker Road. We received $1.5 million from the federal government for that project. That is concluding. There's some other great programs that the Army Corps provides, and we've been working with our consultant and staff and engineering on looking at the I&M Canal. The I&M Canal, kind of a unique feature for Lamont. I mean, we leverage it for economic development purposes. It's a great amenity for the downtown. We are one of the only towns that purchased it from the state back in the 1970s, early 1970s. So we own the canal from the Will County line all the way east to IMTT, kind of unique. We own the canal, however, it's under the jurisdiction of the Army Corps. So anytime we want to improve the canal, I know we typically have to go through Army Corps with their partnerships. So this is a great opportunity to look at improving the canal, looking at the water levels, regulation of water. This is a longer-term study. We've done some smaller things, in and near the downtown, Stephen Street to Ed Bossert Road. This will be more of a broader look at the canal from the Will County line all the way out to IMTT, evaluate the water intake, the levels, ways to regulate the water, to do those improvements that we've been talking about over the years to decrease stagnation, smell, algae buildup. It's a long-term project, but it'd be good to kickstart. I know Ralph and Jason and also our engineering team has been working very closely with the Army Corps on designing this project. So after approval today, we will start. We do have a local match. It's a 50-50 match program. So we will have an authorization of up to $61,264 for our side of the work. But I think more important is the partnership with the Army Corps on evaluating this project going forward.
All right, thanks, George. And just to repeat what George said, we have a great relationship with the Army Corps. I'd like to shout out again to former Congressman Lipinski. He assisted us with this relationship. We continue to work with them. We received, about a $1.5 million grant. This is money that we frankly do not have in the village. We have limited resources, and that $1.5 million was funded by the Army Corps, which extended our water mains. We continue to make it a goal to loop all of our water mains. We're somewhat far from that. We still have sections of town that does not have water for, in case there was a fire. We'd have to use fire trucks that hold the water. So again, that is a big deal as far as getting these grants, and again, want to thank the Army Corps as well. So any other questions or comments regarding this?
Yeah, I'll make one comment on this.
Go ahead,
You know,
Rick.
we've talked about this thing many times over the years, so I really want to commend all the staff that was involved in this and actually pushing it through and getting it to fruition, because this is what we need. We always come back to the same problem, and that's the core. So having this plan in effect, I think, will always preserve that and get us moving forward so that we don't stumble with ideas because we didn't take the initial steps. So I think it's great, and it's a great
Absolutely.
step. So thank you, everybody involved.
Yeah, thanks. You guys did a great job. Any other questions, comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Stapleton?
Yes.
Kittredge?
Yes.
Maher?
Yes.
McClafferty?
Yes.
Shaughnessy? And Snagowski.
No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
All right, motion approved. All right.
Scared me. Okay. The next one would be, if passed this evening, would be Resolution R-49-21. And this is approving agreements with Tesca Associates Incorporated.
Okay, need a motion, please.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Maher, seconded by trustee McClafferty. George, you taking this one as well, or?
Jason's got it.
Oh, Jason.
Me, but on the same theme of our incredible downtown and recreation and doing great stuff. So some of you have probably worked with Tesca Associates in the past. They have been active in the downtown, developed the streetscape we have now in the 1990s. And we have a recent grant, thanks to Senator Curran and DCEO, to do some improvements, additional bike path improvements along the I&M trail. And so Tesca is coming on board with that. You may have also met Tesca on Thursday at the Sunset Soiree. They were out there with CMAP doing parking utilization study and got a lot of wonderful feedback from folks attending the soiree. So this extends that engagement. We'll look at expanding the I&M trail on the south bank of the canal. They did the design for the north bank of the canal, as well as parking utilization around the metro station and around what we call Stanton's Lot, and et cetera, as well as help us plan for the use of the Main Street parking and potential park. There's two parcels there, as you know. One is a potential donation to the village. The other, we are in court with the owner, and we use it every year for Christmas lights. And so this will help firm up all those pieces that we have going on in the downtown.
Thanks, Jason. And yeah, it always amazes me. I always share this story that there are still quite a few people that do not, in the village, and shame on us, that do not know there's a 260-unit parking garage over by the lofts over there, and that is village-owned, open to the public. And I'm sure this study will assist us in, not only traffic flow, but signage as well. I know we've tried doing it, but I think having a professional like Tesca, they'll do a great job in, among other things. So, again, Jason, appreciate your work on this. And
It's
Ralph,
all public works.
and Ralph, appreciate everything
They
you've
deserve a
done as
standing
well.
ovation.
Thanks, Ralph. All right. Any other questions or comments? Okay, roll call, please.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Kittredge,
Yes.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty.
Yes.
Shaughnessy.
Yes.
Snagowski.
Yes.
Okay, motion approved.
That's all I have this evening.
Thanks, Charlene. Okay, next up, village attorney report. Mike, do you have anything for us?
I have nothing.
Okay, thanks, Mike. All right, next up, administrator report. George?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have two quick items. I'll start with some bad news and then move to some better news. But just wanted to let everybody know that starting tomorrow, effective tomorrow, we are going to return to masking at Village Hall, regardless of vaccination status, at least temporarily, taking some guidance from the CDC, the IDPH, and also our village's risk insurance carrier. The Delta variant and some of the numbers in the area. So we're just taking advice from those entities. And if you need to come to Village Hall, please wear a mask. If you don't have one, if you've already thrown your masks away, we have some here for you. Or you can do a lot of your business here at Village Hall online. So just wanted to relay that to the public. It won't be permanent, it won't be forever, but at least for the next few weeks and until we get out of this next phase of the pandemic. So please be patient and cooperate, and we will get through it together. The other one, on a positive side, I've received a letter, it is a short one I will read, made out to the mayor and the board, and so I'll read this. This comes from Susan Donahue, the president of the Historical Society. We approved an improvement to their building. They had a safety improvement, retaining wall, and their staircase was collapsing, and this board came to the rescue, so to speak, but got them back up and running. I know Ralph's working with the contractor now, but on behalf of the Lamont Area Historical Society, we wish to extend our deepest and heartfelt thank you to the actions of the village board in approving appropriations for repairing our outside wall at the museum. We are extremely grateful for this assistance, and we contemplated how to go about finding a way to fix it, how to hire the work to do it, how to fund an improvement. We could not leave it and ignore it. The follow-through of Simon Batistich, Ralph Pakula, Jason Berry, in stepping up to the plate and letting us know that somehow they would try to help, made us all very confident that we were not alone in the challenge. Personally, I've always appreciated being a Lamonter, but this act of kindness has only deepened the commitment to the village all of us love to call home. I know that sometimes you might not feel appreciated as you try to find a balance in dealing with residents and their needs, but I believe all of you want what is best for all of us. The Lamont Area Historical Society and this museum has celebrated 50-plus years, and we plan on being around for a lot longer. And know if you ever need our help, we will be there for you. We look forward to working together to make the wall repair a reality. And thank you. Sincerely yours, Susan Donahue. So I know Jason's gotten many emails, Ralph. I mean, they do appreciate the gesture, and we don't take it lightly. We didn't budget for it because it was kind of an unexpected expense, but we were able to find money in the budget to help out a very valued partner. So just wanted to pass that along.
Thanks, George.
Hey, George.
Yeah.
With the mask mandate that we're doing, what changes will we have for our board meetings?
Well, we're probably going to return, require masking, or we're going to return back to the, down at the table where we can spread out a little bit more. Some of the guidance from the CDC, if you're in closed quarters, that's one thing, but depending on how many people you have in the building, so we'll just have to kind of react based on the agenda. But more than likely, we'll probably return to spreading out a little bit more.
And then Zoom?
We're going to try to bring back Zoom, but that little bit more, we'll pass that along next week. Thank you.
Thanks, George. And I think we all recognize that, mask wearing can be a polarizing topic for people. And I know I've gotten several emails on it. Unfortunately or fortunately, some of this is legally driven, correct, Mike, as far as, the mask mandate. I don't know if you can comment on that, but some of it is we got to make sure we're covered legally.
Yes, a mask mandate as far as, first of all, we have a lot of younger kids here, younger adults. As far as schools, they are governed by the governor and Illinois State Board of Education, so village has nothing to do with the mask mandate for the schools. That they've been required under the state. All schools, both public and private, have to have masks. Actually, most colleges now do as well. My son just got notice today that he has to go back to masking everywhere on his college campus. So we have nothing to do with that. As far as the mandate, the CDC's guidance is strongly to wear masks indoors, regardless of your vaccination status. I talked to George about that, and that's, we're implementing that because it's the guidance from that, and the state has also indicated that that's what they want us to do. So it's not something that you're going out there as a village and being kind of on your own. This is something that we're getting guidance from both the CDC and from the state of Illinois. And frankly, the way things are going, I think this is just the beginning of the different mandates and different new rules and that based on what the numbers that we're seeing everywhere and the breakthrough cases.
Thanks, Mike. All right, with that being said, thanks, George, for the update. Next up, any staff reports, Jason or Ralph? Any additional nuggets? Okay. All right, next up, any board reports? New or unfinished business? All right, next up, we have the audience participation. I know Troop 149 is here. Is anyone part of the troop want to come up and please introduce everyone that's here and recognize the troop? We know that the Boy Scout troop, I've been told, they need 21 badges, correct me if I'm wrong, you need 21 badges to achieve Eagle Scout, is that correct? All right. And tonight, it sounds like you're working on your merit badge, is that correct? All right, which includes communications and citizenship in the community. So please, can someone come up and please introduce everyone tonight? Oh, yeah, right up here. Is that Mike live?
Yep, you're good.
Check one.
Good to go, all right.
We've got 5 scouts here that some are completing the communications merit badge and some are starting it, as well as citizenship in the community. The requirements are to attend a village board meeting and hear different sides of a discussion. So, you know, my example was somebody wants a stop sign at an intersection, you're gonna hear both sides of that. And then what they're going to do is take what they learned tonight and discuss it with a merit badge counselor. And then the merit badge counselor will sign off on the requirement. So we have, do you guys wanna stand up? Jacob Husick. Truman Nowakowski, Nermel Samuel, Benjamin Corney, and Peter Husick.
Well, good evening.
Appreciate-
And I'm sorry, what's your name?
Keith Nowakowski.
Hi, Keith.
Thanks.
Well, thanks again for coming out, and thanks, guys, for coming out, and good luck with your badge, and hopefully attaining Eagle Scout someday down the road. So good luck with that.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming out, appreciate it.
If I could.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the village has quite a history with the Boy Scouts here. We have partnered with them in their service projects for Eagle Scout. And as somebody in law enforcement over the years, I have seen many who have become very successful in high-ranking positions in police departments who share something in common, and that's the Eagle Scout rank. So it's a great project, a great program, and I'm glad that Lamont is partnering in that. Thanks.
Yeah, great job, guys. All right. George, you want to orchestrate the rest of the audience participation? Did we receive any emails or?
Yeah, no
comments?
problem, Mr. Mayor. We have not received anything prior to the meeting, but I will open it up if anybody else wants to speak. You'll have 3 minutes to speak and just state your name. Not seeing anybody. Nope, no further comment.
Okay, thanks, George. All right. So next up, we will be heading to executive session. Need a motion to move into executive session to discuss under Chapter 5 ILCS of the Open Meetings Act, both the collective bargaining 5 ILCS 120/2C2, as well as litigation pending or imminent, which is 120/2C11. Anything else?
That is it.
Okay. Can I have a motion, please?
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by trustee Stapleton, seconded by trustee Kittredge to move into executive session. Roll call, please.
Stapleton,
Yes.
Kittredge,
Yes.
Maher,
Yes.
McClafferty.
Yep.
Shaughnessy.
Yes.
Snagowski.
Okay, motion approved. There will be no decisions after executive session. I'd like to, again, wish Troop 149 the best in their endeavors, as well as working towards their merit badges, and want to thank them for coming out and everyone for joining us this evening. Everyone have a great week, and we will move into executive session and clear the room shortly. Thank you.